So in today's lecture, we will be creating a mini dashboard, which is a mini project in this series. Okay. So by the end of the session, our learning objectives are that to combine multiple charts into a single dashboard and select appropriate chart types based on the data use Matplotlib, Seaborn, Plotly for dynamic visualizations and present insights clearly and professionally. Okay. So these are the things that we will be learning today. And let's go. So what is a dashboard? Okay, so dashboard is a visual summary of the key metrics that allow quick decision making, which basically means dashboard is a uh, in a way a pictorial way of summarizing data, which can be easily explained to any business stakeholder or any kind of simple end user. Okay. So what are the characteristics of dashboard? It it is multi-visual, which means it will have more than one visualizations. It can be interactive also, like you can interact if you want. You can interact with the graphs of visualizations also. It should present clear insights and it should have organized layout. Okay, so for organized layout, we will be using subplots and I get as far as I know, the subplots we have already learned about that in the previous lectures. So we will directly go to the visualization aspect then. And for this uh, mini dashboard, I'm using Amazon data, which is basically means sales data of Amazon products. Okay, and if you want to know more about the data set, you can just go through a link in the that is present in the PPT. Okay. So how to choose the right chart? Okay, like you have data, and there are tons of visualizations. There's pie chart, bar graph, histogram, line chart, scatter plot, box plot, many others. Okay, so how to choose the right chart? Okay, so whenever is a sales trend, okay, like you have to uh, predict a trend on the predict a future trend based on the sales data. So at that time you should use line chart. Okay, and if you have categorized by sales, okay, then you should uh, use bar chart. Region comparison, then you should have pie chart or donut chart as well, as you like it. And when you have correlation analysis, it means when you have to find a relationship between different variables of the data set, then you should use heat map. We have already done heat map in the previous lectures, and maybe we have already worked on all these visualizations of previous lectures. And KPI numbers, which means key performance indicators. Okay, KPI means key performance indicators. These are basically can be uh, v- shown using text or highlights. So basically you can just display them using text, okay, or highlights. Okay, so we will be using these libraries: Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, and Plotly. If it if we get the time or uh, if we get the time, we will also use Plotly. Plotly is also visualization tool, which is basically a useful interactive with visualization. Okay, if we have some time, we will definitely use that. Okay, so what is the dashboard suggested layout? Okay, so what in this mini project we will be using layout as you learned about the previous lecture about subplots. So in that entire dashboard, we will using line chart, bar chart, or pie chart, or heat map or KPI data. Okay, that will be the layout. Okay, so let's jump to the code. It is a sample code. We will not use the entire exact code since we have different data. Okay, So let's go to a code and see like how to create a dashboard. So we have come to the code and I've already imported the said libraries and also created a and also imported the file that we will be working on. Okay, so as you can see, it is a Amazon sales data which contains column product ID, basically what is the ID of the product name, so what is the name of the product, and in which category does it come. Okay, computer and accessories and accessory and peripherals. Okay, and what is the discounted price, what is the actual price, what is the discount percentage, rating count, and about product. Okay, and as well as have your user ID, username, I mean whoever logged in the Amazon portal to use it, review ID, review title, review content, image link, and product link. Okay, so for now, for now, let's see uh, let's experiment with the data a little bit. Okay, so let's see uh, like uh, let's go to categories and see what are the unique values. Okay, so that we can compare it with itself. Okay, for that we will use unique function. Okay, okay, so as you can see there are lots of uh, unique values because categories uh, are differentiated using, I mean they are using, most of the categories are differentiated by single word. For example, you can see there are lots of home and kitchen, but at the end there will be different categories. Okay, so lots of categories. Okay, and let's go to uh, okay, if you want to know uh, like we need to compare the discount percentage, like how much discount we are getting it on every table, or what is the rating. Okay, df dot rating dot unique. Okay, I mean let's see what happens. Okay, so these are the ratings. Okay, I mean if we this bar means there must be no rating. Okay, so let's do one thing. uh mm, 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 let's take rating and try to plot like what kind of uh plt dot, let's say use histogram here. Okay, right now we are just experimenting like what kind of visualizations do we get. Okay, plt. Okay, every we like dashboard created at first is a experimentation, like what comes out of it, because we have to keep on experimenting. We don't know like what kind of data, like just by seeing we can't generate any insights from it visually. Okay, alt.hist. we have df rating. Okay, plt dot show. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so we have a count there, or you can see frequency of the rating. So let me plt dot right layout. Okay, so it didn't improve much. Dot x label. Let me give first the labels. Plt dot y label, which is basically frequency, or you can say count. Okay, plt dot title, that we have rating distribution. Okay, okay. Now we have sort of created a first visualization. As for the x-axis, uh, let me do one thing. Uh, Let me sort it out the x-axis. Then we will try to work it on. Mm, we'll try to put the visualization to a dashboard by creating subplots. Okay. Let me like try this x. Let's say 45. Okay. Let's see now. Yeah, it's better. You can now make it out. Okay. Like what kind of ratings we are getting. And as you can see, it is a same ratings that we are getting in the unique. So histogram automatically took the unique values of rating. Okay. And give the frequency out of it. Now this will be our first visualization in the sub dashboard. Okay. So let me create the dashboard first. Okay. So here figure, which means figure comma x is equals to plt dot subplots. Uh, let's give a fig size equals to let's fig size will remain there, and we'll create a 2 by 2 subplot. Okay. Now we have to put this histogram into the subplot. So what we will be doing is that, let's first of all go to the example. Okay, sns dot histplot. Okay, for this subplot we will be using as Seaborn. Now we what we did was using just Matplotlib basic visualization. Okay, his plot what was df dot rating. Okay, comma x 0. So x dot 0 comma 0. Okay, then yeah, plt dot show. Let me give a fixed size so that we can equals to 10 comma 10. Okay, now it's a little bit larger, so you can see here we have the count, we have the ratings, but as we saw there. Okay, let try dot plt dot xtext here also. Okay, rotation is equals to 45. Now let's see. Okay, so it didn't work here. Let's try plt dot tight layout. Okay, these are the problems that you will also face while creating your own visualization dashboard, because sometimes what happens, like uh, these values are lot too encompassed in this simple area. Okay, let me try that. Okay, okay, so that won't work. uh okay, let's do all the visualizations and then we'll see like how can we declutter the access. Okay, so this is our first visualization. Okay, now let's move to the next. Now going to through this data, like how can we represent it more pictorially. Okay, or what we can do is like mm, let's see what more visualizations we can create out of this data. Okay, so uh, let's see. If we go use this discount percentage, okay, no discount percentage. If we can see like if we compare this actual price, okay, this actual price with the discounted price, okay. Here we have a discounted percentage, but what if we want to know uh, what if we want to know about the discount, like how many products are there which are greater than 1,000 rupees, okay, and what are the like products are greater than 1,000 and less than 1,000, okay. So first we have to some go to create some editing, like let me take a list which can have df uh, actual price greater than 1,000. Okay, now let me check because I may get some error since also have, okay. Now instead of this, let us check. Okay, so it's in string. Okay, that may be a little bit different. So let's just take, instead of this, let's take discounted. Let's take rating count. Okay, now which means basically, uh, if the product is popular, okay, so it must have uh, huge amount of ratings, huge count of rating as compared to other product which is not, uh, let's say, which is not that much popular. Okay, okay. First of all, let me then check the whether it is also in the count. Sorry, in the T type. By T type object is not callable. Okay, so also in object count. So, so first of all, we need to convert it into the integer count for that. Okay. So we will do that. So let us try. Okay. We will create a different. What was the column again? Rating count. Yeah. rating count equals to df dot rating count dot as type, let's say int. Okay, let's try that. A little for int with base 10, 24 to 69. Mm-hmm. Let me check. I think more all of the columns are in object data type. So we will need to convert it into int and then fill our dashboard. Okay. For that, let's do a little bit working here. Remove as type and go with string dot replace. Whatever I'm doing is to convert into an string column into integer column. Okay. So you may also need to do that when you're trying to create your own dashboard. Okay. Red checks I'm keeping false. Now I'm using as type int. Let's see. Cannot cover float and then okay. So we didn't check for dot is null dot sum. Okay, so rating count is the only. So we have to like since rating count has NaN, which is null values, we have to what we do at the moment, we can remove the null count. Okay. Don't worry, we will learn about all these things, like how to replace and remove the null counts. Okay, so here I should give one more errors. Pursue course, which basically means it will handle the NaN values and we will also get the integer column at the same time. Okay. What happening? What is happening? Okay. I think I have to use a different function here. T use this to numeric. Mm, got unexpected. Convert non-finite interval linear into integer. Okay. Okay, so that can't happen at the moment since we are losing time. Let's go with another thing. Mm, okay, finally we have done that. Okay, so let's go with df.head again. Okay, here it is. We have new column, which is basically an integer representation of rating count. Okay, as you can see, there's a lots of headache going around when to try to create a dashboard. Now, uh, now what we do will be like compare this product ID. Like let's try create a bar plot. Okay, bar plot x is equals to, let's for now give product ID. Okay, no product ID. Uh, let's do one thing. Let takes let us take product only type like first five product ID. Okay, product ID. Okay, and mm, let me check if I'm Okay, writing it right or not. Product ID only 5. Okay, still 5. Yeah, 5, comma, y is equals to tf dot rating count end. You're also taking 5. Okay, and we are putting it into x equals to, we are directly putting it into subplot. Okay, comma 1. Now if we go to tlt dot show, okay, let's just copy paste it here. Yeah, okay. So we have a bar chart here. The same problem as access here, that it is not getting, like x-axis values are overlapping. We'll see that in a bit. First of all, let us create a whole visualizations. Then we will uh, improve the layout of that. Okay. Now we have two visualizations. We need to fill two more. Okay. So what more can we squeeze out of this data set? As you can see, oh, it's a very simple data set. We have to like think a lot to squeeze things out of it. Okay. We have done the rating. We have done the rating count. Now what more we can squeeze out of it? Mm, let's see. Why is this running silent? Oh, leave it. Mm, what more we can squeeze out? I think we can only squeeze one more thing out of it. So let us like change the subplot size to 2, 1. Okay, so too many indices for one dimensional array, but two were indexed. Okay, so we cannot vector them in 2, 2. Okay. Now what more can we squeeze it out of? Okay. I'm trying here to create a different visualization. So let's say I don't think we can squeeze out any more visual data from it because this data is already complete. So okay, let's settle it with two figures only. One we have histogram, another we have bar chart. Okay. If you find out a little bit, you try to work on another data, you may fill with some line chart or pie chart. But for now, we have only data with the two visualization. So let me try to give 1 comma 1 if it takes it. Okay. No, it is giving an error. Okay. It's not a problem of subplot, it's a problem with this. Okay. Axis. What will be the axis here? Let's see. Okay, we have only one. Okay, okay, okay. If we give 2 comma 1, two visualizations, and x comma 0. Yeah, now it's good. See, you can also like x-axis problem sorted out. Okay, I will still give you the mm, still show you how to sort it on the 2 by 2, because we were also getting the problem in the 2 by 2 subplot. Okay, axis 1. Okay, now we have a dashboard. Basically, it contains only two figures. So, but in the real life, dashboard may contain like 4 to 5 figures. Okay, since the data is uh, my mistake is there. I haven't chose the data very properly. I thought it will be enough. Okay, lesson learned. Uh, when you try to choose data, go to Kaggle. Okay, this is the Kaggle website, and there's a lots of data. Try to choose data which contains at least 3 or 4 numerical values, so that you can easily compare it. Okay. Okay, so we have our dashboard here. Basically, it contains uh, two charts, which are bar plot and histogram. Basically, what is representing? Here we have a rating, which means there's no rating or 2, 3. It's showing the count, like how much, if you have a product of 4.2, like how many products are rated 4.2, and how many rated are 4, how many rated are 3.9. So we can find out like what is the average rating of our product that is sold by Amazon. Okay. Similarly, here we have a uh, product product ID, which will show, and here I have rating count. So basically, we choose in these products which product is more popular. For example, this one, the B08, has most of the rate, like highest amount of rating. So it may be really popular data set. Maybe really popular product, or maybe like it may have some negative ratings or as well as many positive ratings. Okay. Similarly, here we have uh, rating with this product, which is basically above 40,000 to mm, many people must have some opinions about this product. So these are the insights, like what can we like draw from these visualizations. Okay. Now uh, let's try, or maybe I can show you a different another like example of sub dashboard. Let me check. Okay. Mm, Open notebook. Think, yeah, this one should be. Not this one, Delhi climate thing. Think it's a time series one, yeah. Then 26. Let's check that. Yes. So as you can see, it is also kind of dashboard which uh showing the relationship between many of this. Uh Basically it is a pair plot, always in, or we can treat it as a dashboard which showing a relationship between columns of a data set. Okay. Or let's do one thing. We try to create a data set data using this also. Let me upload the file. It can be done here because since code has already been written. Okay. Let me go to RCS field. Yes. This is the file. So we have libraries, we have file, and as you can see, we have already written the code, and these are the columns. It's basically a data set of uh, person person's heart conditions. Okay, it is a medical data. Okay, and I have also taken out the mm, taken out the column which are in integer, which are numerical form. Okay, since we have pair plot. Okay, now what we can do, we can directly like create a subplot here. The dot axis is equals to plt dot subplots 2 comma peg size, let it be 8 8 this time. Okay, and plt dot, not plt, sns dot let us this copy it here. Data f1 comma axis is equals to axis 0 comma 0, and sns dot heat map. I'm just copy pasting here because since code is already ready and we don't have much time in this lecture. Okay. X is equals to x 1 comma 0, and I can also take sns dot His plot TF1. Mm-hmm. Which one should I take? Resting blood pressure. Axis. One. And let the box plot. Okay. So it's not like mandatory, like you have to go through the uh, like whichever visualization you want to create or which can you think like can provide a value, you can use that. It's not like fixed, you have to like use line plot or uh, use histogram, bar chart, any visualization that you find more intuitive, you can take that. Okay. So PLT dot show. Let's see. Fig size. Okay, there's an error here. What is the problem? I think I've let me check this. Yeah, this was the problem. To give the square brackets, comma 0, 0, comma 1, 1, comma 1. Let me also find a PLT dot type layout. Okay. Okay, now you can see that these this is the mini dashboard, which means we this is also a mini dashboard that we created earlier. It is more suitable since we were not able to draw more insights from the sales data set. So I took the medical data set here, and that I should have taken in the first place. Sorry. Uh, so we basically what we did is take numerical values, numerical columns out of the data set, and we created a visualization or mini dashboard, if you will, out of like insights that we the visualization we draw, and now we draw with the visualization we took, and now we draw the insights from that. Okay, so here is a heat map. Heat map basically shows the relationship between each of the variables that we'll be taking. So it in through that we can find out like which columns we need to take for our machine learning model to train on. Okay, for example, if I take what is the most, let's say I have age and resting BP relation is 0.25 correlation. So it may be a good choice to take either age or resting BP since they are already positively correlated. So we can work with one column only. Okay. Similarly, for using box plot here, we can find out the outliers. Like what are the outliers here? Okay, let me. Mm, 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 Why is there no x-axis? Okay, it doesn't matter. And histogram, we can find a resting BP count. Okay, like how many people have around how many people have 150 BPM, their resting blood pressure. Okay, how many people have 150 resting blood pressure? So around 120 people have that. Or how many have 200, like less than 20? or we can use a violin plot. Basically, violin plot is used for uh, found out the distribution of the data. As you can see, the more wider data is, the more distributed the data points are there. Okay, so in the ST slope, which is some medical term, I don't know, we have, if we have flat, you can see there's a distribution here, which is basically means 100 between 100 and 50, and more these wide, the more data points will be there, which means more data of the people will lie there. Okay, so we can, that's how we can draw some insights from this dashboard. Okay, so let's go back to the PPT since we have. Okay, so your final date dashboard should like at least contain three visualizations. Okay, like since we were not able to draw, or the time was not allowing us to take at least three visualization elements, I changed the data set. Okay, then it should display clean labels and legends. Okay, that should be a given. Okay, and communicate a business and not just charts. So what happens is like uh, you need to also, while presenting the charts, you need to show like how the charts are contributing to the business. Are they able to make the, are they able to make the profit, or we can just gain something out of it, not just we have to create charts for the sake of it. Okay, and be readable and formatted properly. Okay, it should contains labels and legends. Okay, and so we have reached the lecture end, and you have the assignment that to create your own data visualization dashboard using data set provided. And your dashboard must include one trend chart. Basically, you have to create a line plot, one comparison bar chart, one distribution relation chart, which means you can create either histogram. Yeah, you can create histogram, or yeah. So these are the three, and titles, labels, and proper formatting should be there. Okay. Uh, Here, so example, you have X and Y labels for all the visualization types. Okay. And if you want, you can also like give it a title here, like plt dot title, uh, medical insights. Okay. Why is not, let me check why is not title is showing there. Okay, they have to use not title, subtitle. Yeah, medical insights. So subtitles means super title, which is basically its title for entire dashboard. Okay, or you can use subtitle, you can use title and give the access there. Okay, let me show it to you. Plt dot title. Uh, let's just go with histogram, since I'm not uh do not want to give a dot to a title right now. Comma X. No, not like that. X 1 comma 0. Okay. Text object is not callable. So yeah, okay, I gave in the wrong one. Let's just go with heat map. I've given the title at the wrong, yeah, at the wrong subpart. Okay, so you can also create a title for different visualization or these. So these are also should be present in the assign in your dashboard when you try to create one. Okay, so any if you have any doubts, you can contact me through the group, and that's it. Thank you.